What's up, everyone? It's your girlfriend's favorite photographer, Ivy. We are here. Welcome to the Rawrrzone, courtesy of DTF Radio, courtesy of Platinum Radio, sponsored by Talent Wave. We here with two very young and dope artists. We got Najj, great, and LokiTheVibe. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you guys? What's your vibes like today?
I'm hungry.
We had a crazy long day yesterday, from the time we got till to the end of the night. So probably a little tired, probably a little hungry, but definitely still ready to work.
Definitely still here.
Where are you guys coming from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan.
Michigan? How is the music scene out there?
I feel like it's rare. I feel like there's other places that have like great taste in music, but no one has the taste of music like we have it.
That's facts.
That's facts. We are Motown.
That's a penny, for sure.
That's a penny.
Do you guys feel like the process of collaborating in the music scene in Detroit and states around there is easier than collaborating it with the New York?
I feel like it's a little bit harder in Detroit to collaborate versus New York, because Detroit has a specific Detroit sound that's like aside from like how it sounds, in the industry. So that creates the clash right there. But going outside of Detroit into the world, everyone likes the industry sound.
Yeah, I think that I think that our the city, we like it's not really that big. Like it's it's a prominent city, but it's not that big. And when you come to somewhere like New York, California,
it's more diverse.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole bunch more, and they they got hospitality. They just really ready and willing to work with what they like. And in Detroit, it's kind of like everybody is working. Everybody has like a market or an audience that they're working on. So it's not as easy as it is in other bigger markets.
They're not as open.
Tell us about you guys. How did you guys start? You guys look very young. What are you, 19?
Oh, 23 and 24.
24 now, just 23.
Oh, you guys look like kids though.
That's good, yeah. That should help with the marketability, huh?
Yeah. Listen, man, you can get all the teeny boppers now. Fuck it. Yeah. But tell us about how a little bit how you guys got together, your origins.
Okay, I'll go first. Well, born and raised Detroit, Michigan, from the west side. Went to just performing arts schools my whole life. Went to college, didn't like college because I'm not a doctor, I'm a musician. So on my road to just basically, figuring out what the music industry is, I met my manager, Joe the Boss 313, and he taught me, more in depth about the business side, about marketing, and about, just artist development. And in that artist development, he was telling me about Loki for like months before I met him. But at the time, I think he was in like Las Vegas or like West Coast or somewhere. So I didn't get to meet him until about January 2020. So that's how me and Loki met, and my whole path as an artist.
Myself as well. I'm from Detroit, West Side Detroit. And I have been trying to pursue music in the city for a while. Since I was like 13, I'm 24, so like 10, 11 years of just trying to be the great. Shout out to Najj, the great. I was just trying to be her, and then I met her, and I was like, oh man, you're like me. Like on a Miles Morales Spider-Man, like it just went up. Like, damn, you like me. And so, like she said, I didn't get to meet her in person until after like months of hounding down Joe. And then after Joe opened up his arms to me and said, come on, I actually met Najj. She was like coming in from like North Carolina or something, and she was working on a vacation record, and she just was like, look, Lo, get on it. We ain't even like had a conversation yet. She was just like, Lo, go lay a verse. And since then it's just been rolling. So that's kind of how we came about.
What was it like collaborating with each other, but at the same time like you had recently just met?
I like really just, one track mind when I'm in the studio. It's probably why like I didn't say anything to anybody. Like I was literally like turn around. Yep, Loki, going to
just super down in, super serious.
I ain't doing another take. Yep,
just she's like delegate, like, and it's crazy because like, and I told her before we came out here, like you got a way with the artistry, but you also got a way with like delegating tasks, finding people's strengths and weaknesses. So to watch her be an artist at the same time be as dialed in on the business side at the same time, like simultaneous like that, that's crazy. And I hadn't seen that in the artist from where I'm from until I worked with her. So that's fact.
And was it harder now because of the COVID?
A little bit. It makes it a little bit difficult to like move around, and it definitely changes the marketing strategy.
So it's kind of like instead of being in the studio with you doing an interview, we doing it virtually. You know, we still doing it. We just doing it virtually. What I can't say working with Joe, it ain't really too much that's gonna stop the show. Like COVID can't stop the show. We still gonna work. Like
ain't too much that Joe can't.
It ain't too much that we ain't gonna be able to do. You know, so the work, I wouldn't say that the workload decreased or that the process changed. I mean, the process obviously changed due to COVID, but it didn't stop none of the workflow. You know, it's like, listen, we just don't got lights in the gym, but we still got a scrimmage. Like, y'all still coming to scrimmage, bro.
Do you feel like you've actually enhanced your skills during the COVID?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's all you can do. I mean, what else?
Just be in the house and up under a computer.
Work, you know, and if you can't get in the lab, you can learn something, you can read something. What's the book?
All About Music Business by Donald S. Passman. That's what I really go off of, and how I like really scope out my direction and which way I want to go with my artistry in the industry. That book helped me a lot.
You guys remind me like my personality wise, because I had interviewed Chris Rivers at the end of the quarantine, the original quarantine. Okay. So we're talking about in June, and he built an entire studio under his bed.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh yeah, that's
so when I see people reading and learning towards their craft and doing what they need to do for their craft, it's so inspiring. You know, and you guys are at such a young age, and you recently got signed with Universal, right?
Well, just me. He's everyone is still under management, but just I feel like in a way I have a responsibility as a leader. So with that being said, I feel like sometimes I do have to go first with certain things, and I feel like I should take the responsibility in breaking that threshold so we can reach higher limits with our music. I want to take us to literally the top, and the only way in my like research that I could take us to the top, I would have to be the first one to sign the major record label. Sign to a major record label. But we also got Davis Roy Entertainment.
Oh she's
with Joe the Boss.
You guys gotta send us all this stuff so we can post it for you guys.
Definitely.
So we made it through the quarantine. What are you guys doing currently in New York right now? Just working?
Just really, it's just networking, getting a song out, getting the airplay in different cities. Really, just really marketing.
I'm working tonight.
And we're recording tonight. We got a studio session with tomorrow. Yeah, we got a couple studio sessions.
It's been non-stop work. I'm telling you, we literally got off the sprinter. We had to scramble and grab something to eat real quick.
Yeah.
And then you go throw your clothes on because you got This Is 50. Then you got, after you're going to leave This Is 50, you got to go see KC to Connect for Who Style and Who. Then we going to wake up and do You. Then we going to go see, Casanova folks. And it's just a slew of work.
Oh, y'all fancy right now. Like, I'm just going to go eat some mac and cheese after this and do another interview. You're going to go see Casanova, goddammit. All right.
You're working, though, you know?
I'm going to go that way, though. I feel like you're working. But I heard you're also going to get the tour of Queens later today.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a tour. It's pretty much just tourists here. Like, the people of New York.
They put up.
Yeah, they're, like, literally quarantined. Like, this is the red zone. Like, this is literally, like...
But you know what, though? This is the best time if you're going to go anywhere. Like, especially if you're gonna go to the Tribe mural or all of that, it's the best time to go is during the quarantine because you could get all the shots you want, photo shoot wise, and use the hell out of those areas because they're all abandoned. Perfect visuals.
You're right. Because they are abandoned. Wow. I never thought of it like that. Definitely incorporate that into this trip.
So tell us now about the song you guys just put out.
Vacation. What I had in mind for at the time, literally at the time of me picking. Okay, so how I go about music, beat selection is the number one priority. That beat has to be rocking. That beat has to be dope because the first time listening, like the first impression, I look at things like on a psychology level. Like the first time listening to a song, you don't necessarily hear all the lyrics, but you for sure heard all of the beat. So in my perspective, the beat makes up about 80% of the song. So beat selection first. I didn't want it to sound like Detroit because I feel like that's already been covered. Like I feel like we have enough Detroit pioneers that rep Detroit to the fullest. You know, not saying I don't rep it to the fullest, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to reach, a different platform. So what I had in mind for vacation at the time, I was going through a couple of things, and I just wanted the struggles to end. I just didn't want to go through any more troubles anymore. I mean, I know that, troubles are inevitable, but if we could live our life stress-free, why would we be stressing? So in the song, the hook goes, see, I'ma roll it up and light it in a spaceship. I've been feeling like I needed a vacation, and I can't let the little things stress me. I just want to live my life stress-free. So while we stressing, I'll be hopping up and flexing, and you can run and find another. I'm the best thing.
Oh man. Okay.
And when I finally met Loki, I'm like, wow, this is a perfect person with wordplay. He has wit. He has talent. He knows how to because it's a difference when you approach a beat and you're just talking on the beat, but he actually fixes his tone of his voice when he raps to match the tonality of the beat. And with that, that's the type of phonics that I needed for this song to really bring it to life. I mean, because I could have did it, 2 verses, but it's like I need a good rapper, a really dope rapper, and he was literally sent from heaven. Literally.
I think Vacation is like in my opinion, that's like the premium grade A tier 1 first class motivational record. Like if you working out, if you going to work, if you just lost your wallet, like if your girl left,
it applies.
You're gonna put Vacation on, and all of that is just gonna be like you ain't gonna worry about none of that no more. You gonna
at least for 3 minutes.
Yeah, at least for that 3:30, that 3:32, you gonna know listen, it's no stress right now. I'm above all of that.
So why we stressing?
That's a big message though. It's not really, don't stress over things you can control for real.
Yeah.
And that deserved a bomb right there. That was a gem. And another bomb because I was dope singing.
There we go.
Yeah. So how about you guys introduce it for us, and then we're gonna cue it up.
Okay.
All right. Hi everybody. My name is Najj the Great.
I'm LokiTheVibe.
And this is Vacation.
See, I'ma roll it up and light it in a spaceship. I've been feeling like I needed a vacation, and I can't let the little things stress me. I just wanna live my life stress free. So why you stressing? I'll be hopping up and just straight flexing, and you can run and find another. I'm the best thing. I can see the love in your eyes. I know you want me, but I know you down for the ride, so put it on me. Who wants smoke? I won't go, I know that y'all boys broke, but I ain't tell those folks, I'm from the bottom of the trenches, you get ugly, baby. I thought the aim is so got rich, you know you low Nah, yeah, I can show you how to make 10 with the slides, yeah. If I'm broken, I just improvise, yeah. Don't pay attention, girl, don't never mind, yeah. It's money that they televise. I see it coming cause it's telegraph. And I'm doing better math. And the pad on the crib is forever that. Young nigga getting rich, you can tell it's bad. You can tell it's getting lethal. How you moving, how you dress, how I'm stepping at the city in this weather. See, I'ma roll it up and light it in that spaceship. I've been feeling like I needed a vacation. And I can't let the little things stress me. I just wanna live my life stress free. So why you stressing? I be hopping up with just straight flexing. And you can really find another, I'm the best thing. I can see the love in your eyes, I know you want me. And you can't catch this part with any of got me feeling like a battle glove. And I don't want this to I can handle fun with it. Like I said, I'm a battle with I can't let these pictures you out the picture. If I call you twice, then you know I missed you. You keep leaving me alone. Should've known I had to go and set my feelings up. Put ceilings up. If I give up, it's the end of us. You said this time I heard your trust. But you turned your back when things got rough. See, I'ma roll it up and light it in that spaceship. I've been feeling like I needed a vacation. And I can't let the little things stress me. I just wanna live my life stress free. So why you stressing? I be hopping up with just straight flexing. And you can't really find another, I'm the best thing. I can see the love in your eyes, I know you want me.
Woo!
Hey.
That was fire.
Thank you. I'm glad that you like it.
You have like a very Middle Eastern type of flow when you sing.
My flow changes depending on the beat. Whatever the beat says is like what I'll say.
Oh, so you actually, I just thought like even when you sing, you had that type of voice. I was just like, wow, that's very like, you must adapt to like different.
Yeah, once I hear it, I internalize it, and then I just go with that.
What has been the hardest beat for you to overcome?
I would say like those boom bap beats because they're kind of hard to sing on. So I have to use less of the singy voice and more of like this voice where it's like raw. And that's something that's gonna come with, just training. It's something that, not something that I can't learn eventually. I'm gonna eventually learn it because I have a real passion for music. But for right now, that's one of my like little hums right there. But Loki is very good at that.
Let's go.
He's very good at that.
What was one beat you couldn't overcome?
Oh, for a while. So like, I come from the super gritty lyrical like bars, right? You in New York, y'all like bars, right? So I come like that, like Eminem and Royce the Five bars. And for the longest time, I remember one day I just watched 8 Mile all day. I just watched it all day, like nonstop, and I could never tackle the correct me, Joe. Is it Mobb Deep Shook Ones?
Oh, yeah, Mobb Deep, yeah.
I made you look, you was smart. Yeah, so I play that instrumental, like man, I gotta be like that guy. So I'll play that beat and nothing will come to me, like nothing. And then I promise you, I watched 8 Mile like 26 hours straight. Like I just kept watching it. And after that, I knew it. Like I knew like, yeah, this it. I think I got it now. But for the longest time, I could not conquer that beat. I could not put nothing. I couldn't put a word on that beat.
Do you work with somebody in the mainstream or in independent? Who would you want to work with?
You go first.
Okay. Well, I feel like I've been saying the same people for like the past couple of interviews, but I'm gonna keep putting it out in the universe. If it's a male, I need Drake and Childish Gambino.
Okay.
If it's a female, I need Beyonce or Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I know. I blow everyone's mind, but yes, Taylor Swift.
Okay, I gotta hear how that would go if you had to go with Taylor Swift.
We would definitely do like a EDM track, a dance pop track. It'd definitely be in a pop genre.
You could do EDM?
Yeah, I have EDM tracks. They're going on the album.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find out. And when is this album coming out?
I want to say I want to release it.
December.
Probably December or January, one of those months. December or January.
We're gonna be ready for the first quarter.
Yeah.
I feel you. That's something to look forward to for 2021. But what about you, Loki? What who could you have collaborated with?
I would say like Jay-Z, like Kendrick, female like a Tiana Taylor, Lauryn Hill kind of thing. Somebody who gonna make a like a classic record. It ain't really gotta be like a I want somebody who can give you some fire conscious music and it can go commercial. Not just, you know what I'm saying? I want somebody to give you a little bit of a balance and it still hit on a commercial level.
We're gonna do a quick speed round. Pretty much we just ask certain questions that will be completely weird and
That's fine.
That's cool. Let's do something weird.
I mean, not too weird.
Okay.
It's only 11:30 in the morning, so we can't really do that. We also have sound effects, as you could tell. So, waffle or pancakes?
Pancakes.
Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, I like you guys already. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin?
Ooh, I have
Marty
to go.
Mark.
Fresh Prince.
I'm taking Marty Mark.
Fresh Prince.
V100 or Power 105?
For this city?
To listen, yeah.
Power 105.
I was probably gonna say definitely Power. I didn't. What's that first name? What's the first one you said?
V100.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say Power 105.
To have Wi-Fi or to have a dead battery?
You said to have Wi-Fi or a dead battery?
To not have Wi-Fi or to not have battery?
Oh, not have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, to not have Wi-Fi. Yeah, because I can still work on sprint. Crawl. Walk. It's so slow.
To work with Kanye West or to work with Jay-Z?
Kanye. Yay.
I'm working with Ho.
To be interviewed by Joe Budden or to be on the Joe Rogan podcast?
Let's go, Joe Budden.
I'm gonna do the Joe Budden interview.
Joe Bud.
Law and Order or NCIS?
NCIS.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
No,
It's
boring.
yeah, it's not. It don't have it like it had.
I'll be like, oh my god.
You gonna give it all
Hop that. This is boring.
Yeah.
Spike Gadget.
Simpsons or Rick and Morty?
Who?
Rick and
Morty.
Okay. Hip hop or R&B?
Hip hop.
R&B.
That's one to me though, so that's kind of unfair. That's like it's like hip hop and R&B.
No, because a person could be a really good R&B singer, but really fuck with hip hop hard body.
Yeah, he could be an R&B artist more so than a hip hop artist, but it's really, really difficult. I mean, I know that's like kind of. It's like for me, it's like hip hop, and you gotta put like the slash R&B. Like it's hard for me to differentiate. It's hard for me to separate them two unless I'm working with somebody who is like 100% R&B, like Chris Brown. Like he's R&B to me. Like I wouldn't say he hip hop. I'd say he's R&B, even though he can rap.
He can rap.
You know what I'm saying? I would say he's R&B.
Yeah.
But it's just hard for me to separate them two, just because just how strongly I feel about them. You know, I need my cake and to eat. I want my cake and to eat it too.
Angie Martinez or Angela Yee?
Who?
Angie Martinez or Angela Yee?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going with Yee though.
Okay.
I like her. I like Martinez. She's nice.
What about you, sweetie?
Huh?
You going with Yee?
Yeah.
I got Angela Yee from Loki, and who did you say?
Ashley.
Okay. Najj the Great or Loki the Vibe?
You
Najj the Great.
cannot.
Najj the
You
Great.
cannot do that.
Yeah, no.
Cause I'm gonna pick low key because it's like
She know I'm gonna pick Najj.
it's like what is yin is yang. It's like literally, bro. It's like we're the perfect freaking team.
Both of them.
Both of them. Both of them. No comment.
If you guys had to make a genre just for your music, what would you call it?
I would call it jazz trap.
I'll call it like trap hop or street hop or something like that. Like,
and I would only say jazz trap because how I sing, like my format and the type of tones that I hit is in jazz chromatic scales.
Mm-hmm.
But they're on trap beats or hip hop beats or a boppy beat. So jazz trap.
Or like it'd be like trap hop or street hop or like pop trap.
Yeah, something. Pop trap.
Like I like pop trap.
Dance EDM trap.
I would love to hear that.
That sounds
crazy. It'll be on the album, definitely.
You gotta roll that out.
Definitely. Want to make it more.
I do PR for an EDM DJ, and he's working on right now this remix where he's taking like the Weeknd's Rolling Stone and flipping it into an EDM beat. I'm sitting here like
it's hard. Man, listen, you can take a very talented artist who's like singing, like even like a Sam Smith or The Weeknd, like you said. Another guy that they do this to, Brent Faiyaz a lot. They just take like his vocals. They speed him up and put him on it. All that, and it's cold. Like it's hard. So yeah, I can imagine it. I can imagine why you'd be excited about that pop trap.
Yeah, because when you think about it, right, and I was watching how he would break it down in the studio, and I'm like, oh.
It gives it it's a different taste. Like, like it's new again. Like you heard it.
The same song, same words. You've been singing these words for years, but he put on that EDM record, man. It's like he got a whole new life of his own now.
Yeah, a different taste.
So I have the best question for you: New York or Detroit?
No, I can't. Detroit. I don't want even to go back home if I.
New York. New York. New York. New York. But I love Detroit because that's what made me ready for the world, like the hustle. Flow about it, the aggressiveness, like the same type of aggressiveness that's here in New York, but definitely New York. It's more here. It's more. I wouldn't say that there are opportunities in Detroit, but there's definitely not as much opportunities as it is here.
Yeah, from that standpoint, yeah,
definitely anything.
Definitely New York from that standpoint. But just so I can go home and comfortably sleep, like and be okay at home, I gotta say Detroit. Like I gotta say.
Even with the COVID, there's still more opportunities for you in New York.
See, I think that when you got Joe, and you got like I'm tied to Najj, who was assigned to Universal, so it's not too much that's gonna stop moving. Like.
Hello?
Change the workload. Like, bro, you still got 5 interviews and 2 studio sessions. And I don't care if you got to record them on FaceTime. You got to get them done. So it's like that. So, when you got people that got connections and they walking you through their pipeline of resources, it's always going to be opportunity available, COVID or not. Like, we closing on an opportunity right now with you. And COVID got in the way of us being there. And so it's like a lot of stuff that, like I said, just like this, where we can't be there in person, but we can virtually do our thing still. And the stuff that we can be in person for, most like who I want to go record with Casanova in New York and you in New York. Like who from Detroit don't want to do that? And when it's available, it's not always these type of opportunities are not available like that in Detroit. You gotta. In Detroit, it's gonna take 10 years. I mean, I think that's anywhere, but for sure, I know it's true. It's gonna take 10 years to be like an overnight celebrity or success.
I would say it like this: like in Atlanta, everybody wants to be the star, so they kind of like stomp on your shine. But in New York, all you gotta do is just prove yourself. And you literally, if you can walk the talk, they'll love you. That's it. But in other cities like Detroit, if you walk the talk and everything, it's kind of like it creates jealousy.
It's competition now. Like I would work with you, but I'm doing my thing, and I know you're doing your thing, and I'm busy, and you busy.
Separate,
Yeah, it's not like it's not welcoming.
Together.
It's not like I know you don't like. She saw something in me that it was weird. I was weird. Like I stayed away. Like, bro, you love me too much. Like it's too much love. I don't know how to react to that. And then
because you're not used to that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You're not used to that.
It's not people like that from Detroit. So when I learned that, bro, this is really her. Like this is not. She's not just politicking with me because you're making good records. This is like her spirit. Yeah. And so that's when I was like, yo, I gotta go tap in over there with her and what they got going on. So when you find people like that in Detroit, it could be easier in COVID to get work done in Detroit. But if you don't have people like that, if you don't have people like that or people who opening up their pipelines to you, you're gonna be better off just chancing it in New York than you are trying to do it in the city, Detroit City.
Don't go to Atlanta for music. They're not, unless you already have a name
or connections.
No, a name and connections and a little bit of money. Yeah. They're gonna be like, oh, whatever, everybody's doing that. Yeah. And just like, oh, whatever. And just pay never mind.
That was definitely a gem there. So my question is, if you guys didn't have music, where would you be?
If I didn't have music, I'd be miserable as a dentist or orthodontist, putting on people's braces. I mean, yeah, I'm, boosting people's like confidence, but if I already have straight teeth, what am I really? I mean, okay, I wouldn't mind giving back to the world like that, but I know that that's not my full potential. Like, I actually got a full ride scholarship to Michigan State University. Didn't even have to pay for tissue, barely paid for gas money, and still was like, I'm not a doctor. Like, yeah, I got the grades to be a doctor, but I'm not a doctor. I'm a musician.
What about you, Loki?
For me, it was always when I was this glass. This glass. That's a piece of glass. But for me, I always loved music, and at a very, very, very young age, I remember being in kindergarten. I had just turned, like I was 5. I was 4, and I turned 5, and I remember being in kindergarten. And this is great. I remember this. I went to Winter Hawks with my teacher, Miss Meckler, right? I remember thinking like, because they always ask us like every morning we sit in a circle and they ask us like, what you want to be when you grew up? And all, my peers, they all said stuff it was real admirable, like police and fireman and doctor and lawyer. But like, I don't know how I was able to ask myself so deep at that time. But I remember dialing in with myself, sitting in our little reading circle, like, bro, do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to do this type of stuff for people forever? And I didn't think that was me. So I decided it was either going to be basketball or music. And as I got older and I realized, like, bro, when you a ball player, you work out every day. You play games every day. You fly different cities, different states, out the country every day. Like, you spending that time away every single day. Like, do I want to shoot basketball my whole life? And by this time, I'm like older now. I think I'm in middle school. And I decided that I don't want to be a ball player, but what I did do, before any classwork, I wrote music. Like if we was doing a lesson that I couldn't quite get, because I was like, for whatever reason, I didn't get it. That whole class, I'm gonna just write music. Like I don't care what the homework is. I'm gonna get that from dude later. I'm about to write this record though. And I remember writing the song and falling so deep into my lines. That's when I knew like, yeah, I'm gonna do music forever.
Because music had more creativity. Basketball is just, all right, get the ball. All right, shoot it.
Yeah, get the ball. Physically, like I knew that if I trained right and I ate right and I did the everyday just that it took to become a ball player, I'm pretty sure just like we here doing this, I would have been there doing that. But I loved it. this. Like, I'll be 66 with this same fire. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be 66 rapping, but I'm gonna be 66
with the
like
same creativity.
with like a publishing, and I got artists that's writing and they doing their thing. Like I could do that forever. This I don't think about this. Like this not a thought. This is
play
just
ball at 60.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You gotta think about. It take IQ to play ball, and it take IQ to be an artist too. But some people just born with it. And they have it. They ain't really too much about the IQ. It's just the fire and the passion and the ability. And I think that's something that we both have a lot of. It'd be music. It was gonna be music or basketball, and it ended up being music because this is what I love. I love basketball, but not enough to live my life playing ball.
Dedicate your whole life.
I could dedicate my life to music because I could find a lane in music that I love. Because in basketball it's like this: you either the player or the coach or the water boy or the fan or something like that. And I don't really like all them positions. In music, you can give me any. You can tell me, look, just come on as the writer, just come on as a co-producer, just come on as the assistant, bro. Just come on and just soak up. Just come be a fly on the wall. I'm coming.
More open. It's more positions in the music industry because it's not really technically the music industry. It's the entertainment industry. Because if you make a comical song, well, you can tell a joke. You can also incorporate that into a comedy show like 85 South, you know, and get even more streams of income. Like with basketball, I felt like there will only be one stream of income. With the industry, like the entertainment industry, there's multiple ways you can entertain a person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's multiple ways to market off that.
Exactly. And to make money off of it. You can find 7 flows of income from just the entertainment industry. Like, so far as like performing arts, because I know basketball is technically entertainment, but so far as like performing arts.
I mean, but you could still market off performance art if you do it like the digital way. It's still easy even with the quarantine. I just feel like people don't take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So what is next for you guys?
I think next the video, right? Just probably putting that together. And then working on Najj. She getting ready to drop her project, so I think we're gonna do the vacation video. She got some records that she getting ready to roll out for her project. We just focusing on that right now. You don't wanna overstep.
Too many things.
Yeah, you don't wanna overstep yourself. Like this record, and she always say this. Like she'll tell her fans or she'll tell somebody, and I keep hearing her say like, man, I did one record and I got all of this from that. And I know guys that's doing like did a slew of mixtapes. Like he did a slew of albums, and he didn't get the traction that she got on this one record. So you don't want to bypass this too quickly or aggressively. You kind of want to just let it live and treat it the right way. Properly put that video together and present that, and then from there we on her album. We just putting that album project, whatever it's gonna be together, and making sure it's ready for y'all.
With marketing, you got to realize that there's a time for everything. Like certain songs are seasonal, so that means that if it's a love song, you probably want to drop it towards like the fall, so that it heats up by the time there's Valentine's Day, and then the general public is in the mood for that song. Because with Vacation, I named it Vacation and not Spaceship, because I'm like, if I named it Spaceship, let's name it Vacation. Let's put them in the mind of just taking a breather, you know? And with Vacation, for right now, what we're doing, we're just creating a fan base. I feel like I had to break the threshold and, sign to a major record label, Universal Music Group, to get the accurate, because I can't always travel sometimes, I can't always be Detroit and do the networking that I have to do. And, so I felt like, okay, let's get the extra help of the label name. Let's get the representatives. Let's get the connections. Let's build up the momentum of everything. Because if I drop an album and I'm still like undiscovered, it goes unheard. But since everyone is focusing or just knows about Vacation, by the time, because I look at example, Polo G, pop out with the party, I'm with the gang, and then he dropped a year and a half ago, and he just dropped his album. Because you gotta gain traction first. Because if you got no traction, you're just literally like just running in place. It's like trying to walk on a slippery floor. You're like, what the fuck? I'm not going anywhere. So I took that into account of, okay, if I'm gonna come out as an artist, and I've only been doing music digitally for 2 years. If I'm gonna come out as an artist, I gotta be accurate. I gotta hit this like damn near like a perfect shot every time. So that's why, well, right now what we're doing, we're focusing all attention on vacation, building the momentum. We're going to drop the video later on this year. And then early next year, we're going to drop the album. Because by then, I should have enough cities having me on the radio stations. We're having us on the radio station. Enough traction should be built. Because you gotta think about, like, everybody has a life. People may have kids. People may have, like, 3 jobs that they have to do. They may not even have the time to even discover you yet. So you got to give people time to discover you too.
You know, whoever brought you guys up, raised you, they should be totally proud of you.
Oh yeah.
I don't hear, and I'm saying, like, I'm 28 years old, and I'm still I'm now getting that maturity you guys have now.
That's huge. Thank you.
So to see young kids really thinking about their marketing and how they're going to brand themselves, even if they have people backing them up, the fact that they're taking the time to do the research themselves, to articulate themselves, because there are people in the industry, like, look at what happened with it's going to be a bad example, but an example nonetheless. Look at R. Kelly, who was not able to read.
He wasn't able to read?
R. Kelly can't read.
He can't read.
So there was something along those lines that he wasn't able. He had a reading issue, and that's what it was said during those the documentary with the witnesses.
Yeah.
That he couldn't read.
I don't know how true that is. R. Kelly is a Capricorn. You know how this industry can be when they feel like you want to go against them or cost them money. How vicious they can be. I don't know. Just from my perspective, maybe I need to do more research. But I thought that he could read.
But there's still people in the industry that are in their 5-10 years that don't have even the 1% of the knowledge that you presented just in these 45 minutes. And that goes to say a lot. So the people that are working with you and your parents, they should be extremely proud of you.
Thank
you. But on that note, tell everyone where they can find you guys.
You go first, because you're going to give us a salute.
You can find me on everywhere, even on your Xbox, at Najj the Great. NAJJ THEGRTT. Wait, GREATT. Sorry.
Yeah. Do it one more time so that's
one
clear.
more time for the one time for the one time. NAJJ THEGREATT.
There we go.
It's early in the morning.
She got it.
I'm at LokiTheVibe, all one word. Loki is LOKI, the vibe. That's just all one word, no spaces. That's on Instagram, all digital media outlets, and everything. So tap in.
This is your homegirl Ivy. You can follow us everywhere at Rawrrzone NYC. Follow us at DTF Radio. Follow us at Platinum Radio Online. You can catch us Tuesdays 10 to 12, Saturdays 5 to 7 in Michigan. And we are good.